So let's start from the event handling. So now we can see here the definition says events are a useful way to collect the data about a user's interaction with interactive components of the applications like button presses or screen touch, etc. The Android framework maintains an event queue as first in and first out basis. You can capture these events in your program and take the appropriate action as per the requirements. So in the simple language, we can see that what is the event handling. So event handling is the kind of the receipt of an event at some event handler from an event producer and the subsequent process. So in simple language, this is the application of event handling. The receiving the forwarded event, say for example, taking some kind of appropriate action in response, such as writing to a log, okay, sending an error or recovery the routine or sending a message. It is called the event handling. This is the simple definition of event handling. Event handling, which the process of involved event handling, what includes event handling? It includes the identification where an event should be forwarded, okay, or making the forward. Then after that, receiving the forwarded event, okay. For example, we can see the diagram also. Taking some kind of appropriate action in response, such as writing to a log, sending an error or recovery routine, or sending a message. The event handler may ultimately forward the event to an event consumer. Okay. So in the diagram, here you can see the activity 1 and the activity 2. There is one arrow going to activity 1 to activity 2. So on click, we can go from activity 1 to activity 2 on long press click. We can also go from activity 1 to activity 2, and on touch process, we can go from activity 1 to activity 2. There are following 3 concepts related to event management. Android event management, event listener registration, and event handlers. So what is this? The event listeners. An event listener is an interface in the view class that contains a single callback method. This is called the event listeners. This method will be called by the Android framework when the view to which the listener has been registered is triggered by the user interaction with the item in the UI. Next is the event listener registration. So event registration is the process by which an event handler gets restricted with an event listener so that the handler is called when the event listener fires the event. So by the definition, we can understand it properly. Event handlers. When an event happens and we have registered an event listener for the event, then the event listener calls the event handlers. Okay, so which is the method that actually handles the event? That is called the event handlers. So these are the 3 methods of the event handling. What is this? Event listeners. Okay, event listeners registration, then event handlers. So what is the events? Simply, what is the event? Something that happens is called the events. We can say in simple languages. In UI, click, tap, drag. Okay. So in the example, in the diagram, you can see a user clicks on the button of save, then click event and the event handler. In the event handler, what will happen? The file or folder will save the event handling. Okay, so device detected activities such as walking, driving, tickling. Then after that, events are noticed by the Android system. So this is a basic example of events. So in the next slide, we will also see the further information about the event handling. So thank you so much for listening.